Isn't it crazy how the world works?
Uncle Owen.
Put some rice in it. I love sketchy cars, oh my god. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog and thank you for tuning in. We are here today at Hermes Performance and you know why, because we're gonna start cutting some fenders and hopefully get the wide bodies installed and finished today. Hello, Sunfire. Hello, people. A Doppio 5 Classic 2 Hazelnut Venti. Is this English?
Very in touch with my inner white girl.
It looks like an unfinished drink.
It does, but it's really strong. So like the ice melts and it kind of mellows out. It's a sipping drink.
We're gonna start though, because we really need to fix the camber, but fortunately the fuel coilers are super adjustable, so we're gonna start working on that, and we're gonna cut this bitch up today.
That's right, see the attitude adjuster right there.
Oh, we're ready to go. Woohoo!
That is America right there.
That is freedom speaking,
right
calling
there.
your name.
All day long, freedom right there.
All right, so back to work on Envy. We adjusted the camber as much as possible. There's so much adjustability. My problem is I still need to upgrade to the STI lateral links. We're still on the GC lateral links. So once we do, we're gonna have a little bit more of a negative camber in the rear. I don't really want a lot of it. I wanna be pretty much zeroed out. Maybe a little bit positive to get a little sendy, but we're good right now. Next, we're gonna start removing that. But before we get started, two things. One, the tires. Look at these. They are wide. They are necks in there. The Surf 4s, and we picked these up yesterday. And I can't believe I'm gonna be running 275s onto Sunfire. I'm here at Nexen Tires warehouse right now picking up the tires for Sunfire. I don't know how we got these on order as quickly as we did, but Nexen Tires, thank you so much for making this happen so now we can properly fit the wide body on Sunfire. My music is playing right now. Siri, I did not tell you just to start playing Eminem in my ear. All right, until next time.
See you later.
There we have it. Now I know I can fit 2 more. All right, you guys, one last huge thank you to Nexen Tires. This was so last minute, but thank you guys for helping me out. Let's go head over to Lewis's now and drop off these for the Sunfire. Look at this open parking lot. Kidding, I would never. And 2, I read a lot of the comments and surprisingly a lot of you want concave wheels, so I'll put my ego aside. We're doing some pretty concave wheels on her, but there may or may not be some turbo fans involved. Stay tuned. So we maxed out the camber in the rear. She's really not gonna sit where I want her to sit until I upgrade to the STI lateral links, which has a lot more adjustability. It'll kick it out a little bit wider. That's what we got the coilovers for. I just need to upgrade that. But now we're gonna start getting rid of the plastic trim. All right, we're gonna trim. I got this. All right, Lewis is going to cut the trim line. Wait, you are setting up for that, right?
Yes.
And then that way so we can get a better estimate of where it's gonna sit in order to make sure the body lines line up perfectly. Hi, Bobby. Be in the vlog, you wanna tell people that now that we have the trim off, we're gonna start mounting up the wide fenders and then we're going to mount them with Kliegels. Yeah? Are you excited for that? Yeah. Yeah, wide bodies. You're a wide body. All right, while Lewis starts trimming that fender a little bit, I'm gonna start beveling out this for the gas tank.
This wide body kit, once it's on, is gonna set you apart from all the over fender guys. Boom.
It's still an over fender kit.
You guys are still an over fender kit.
Minor details, minor details.
Check this out, we got the gas door done. It looks perfect, it's beveled. We got it riveted on, it looks great. Now all we have to do is stick it under here and we're going to Kegel, whatever you want. We're gonna mount it onto the back side of the fender now. That's all right. Well, I thought it was recording, but here we go. She's all up and together and flush and perfect. What the actual
Well, hey there.
So in the meantime, while what we're doing is we're taking out the little insert piece that I made, and we might just keep it without the plastic on the inside, because right now, like this, we have perfect access for the gas tank. I think the piece inside just sat too high up, so once mounted, we might leave like that and just clean it up a little bit. Let's see how Lewis is doing on the other side. He has already started cutting and trimming and making it look perfect with the door. Now we're looking at offsets, and where the fender sits, we might be running a higher offset. Maybe in the future I'll do like a wide body on a wide body. This is the widest wide body kit though that I could buy online. Right now we're at a 15 offset. I say let's see what a 35 looks like now.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when looking at this, you guys, you may see that it shows here. That's my fault. That's because I beveled this down to fit the inner piece, but since we're not using it, we'll tidy that up a little bit. All right, so we're taking a second right now to look at colors that we're thinking about. I am leaning heavily towards an orange. Wow, this doesn't really do it justice. It's all metallic and nice.
That's not a good sign right there.
I'm thinking we just let the fans decide.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
Jesus,
no.
No way.
Oh my God.
We put the work in. We decide. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry guys, I got outvoted. All right, they're giving me power tools now.
That's right.
So we removed the fender. The first thing now, it is time. It is time to cut Sunfire. Alright boys, now you see it. Here's your girl's first cut. Got a lot of room now. A lot of room for activities. Alright, let's see how this fits now. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We got all the room we need now. Sean stopped me and reminded me that a lot of Japanese cars actually have the body harnesses going through the front fenders. Everything would have been fine here, but once I got here, we might have cut a little bit of the harness. So we taped it aside. Now instead I'm gonna use this little cutting wheel and then kind of just go around this way. We're just making it look pretty, right? Look how much we removed. So here's the earth rounds. Yeah, buddy. So the only wide body that I've ever seen is when they take the inner fender and they slit it a bunch and fold it and weld it, but you have a simpler solution that looks cleaner.
Yes, and it keeps rocks out of your quarter panel. What you do is you make a piece that covers the openness on the inside. And what you can do is you can epoxy this to your wide body, so you'll have just a solid fender all the way on the inside, no gap between the wide body and the quarter.
That looks super clean.
It's all right.
I was watching them do this while I was kind of cutting the front. And here, do me a favor and just pull it out for a second. Sure. Like this, hold it right there. What do you guys think if I did this for a wide body? Just this. Even using the Sawzall, I would have started cutting into the frame here. And regardless, we wouldn't have wanted that.
That would have been way funnier than cutting through your harness. Like, I just accidentally cut my whole front end off.
Thank you for your help today.
Absolutely great meeting you guys. You too, Sean, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Good luck, guys, and it's gonna look nice.
Cool, man. You'll see it when it's done.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're gonna get it right in it.
So now we have the front wide body fender mounted on. We have a cleat coat on, and we're slowly starting to trim it in order to fit it perfectly. Now the rears, look at this. Look at what Lewis did underneath here. This is what he was talking about. Look at that new metal sheet wheel well that we have. It is welded and fits flawlessly. Sorry, I'm talking you up over here. We are so close to being done with this wide body. All we have left to do is finish trimming the front fender a little bit more, trim the side skirt just a little bit, do the other side, epoxy it on. That actually sounds like a lot more than just a little bit more. Fender's officially trimmed. We are good to go. Front, rear, we're good and trimmed. Now we're gonna take the panels off because it is time to epoxy them. All right, we're graduating from the particle mask to the respirator. This is also really thick. Like it's not going anywhere. You don't realize how wide this is until you have a wheel that is a decent size and there's still not enough, like...
Close.
Not even close.
It's like all those guys that buy wide body kits and can't afford the wheels to go with it.
Yeah, because this is a 17 by 8 in the front right now. We're gonna be actually running an 18. We still haven't decided. 9.5 to 10.5. Probably lean more towards bigger is better. So have that poke out. Yeah, this kit's a lot wider.
I think you should paint it pink and call it bubblegum.
I think you should leave. So we planned to end at 3 o'clock today. It is now 9 o'clock and dark, but we did epoxy. Now we have the rear fender on, the front, and the side skirt. She's drying right now. However, I'm not gonna film doing the other side because it's late. We wanna get it done. We wanna crank some music and we're gonna just power through it. But the wide body is officially installed. All right, so we have literally worked from sundown to sun up. It is light out. So before I show you what you guys did, we're letting the epoxy dry right now. I'm gonna go head over to EJ's Auto. I'm gonna pick up the front bumper and then we're gonna mount it and I'll show you everything together. Let's head over to EJ's real quick. And we're here at EJ's Auto. I walked up and I saw this. I was like, what the hell happened to Poop Turd? And then I realized this isn't Poop Turd. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Oh, this is like a nice little date you guys have set up here. So I thought that was Poop Turd outside. I was like, what the f are they doing? I was like, they put new wheels on it, they ripped off the fender. All right, on our way to the Subaru dealership. There it is. All right, so we just got back, but before we go, apparently the neighbor, the paint guy here, he has an S209, one of the new Subarus, and the dealership that we just picked up the bumper from recently sold one for $105,000. What in the actual... Mind you, the retail on this is what, $66,000, about that? And the only difference is a few extra horsepower and some carbon fiber, but my God, is the resale value of Subaru so high. Well guys, if you haven't seen an S209, here she is. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't spend $105,000 on this. Would you?
Nah.
I'd rather get a C8. Also, a quick update on the C8. I just got notified that they finally put it into production. Like they're actually starting to make it now. So we should see it in a few weeks. It got delayed a bunch for reasons they won't share, but that's the update. That's all I know. So clearly this is in here for a little bit of body work, the side skirt and then the rear little over fender there on the bumper, but I'm not saying that's what this guy paid for his, but that's what the dealership just sold one for, and that is mind-blowing to me. Subaru, I love you, but the engine's not even gonna last to 100,000 miles anyways. At least not with me behind the wheel of one. There's the puppy wearing the funny little dress. Hi! You gonna bark at me again? Bye! Alright, thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Now this NSX here, that is something I would pay $105,000 for. I love the pop-up headlights, I love the red, I love how clean it is. You can't even really see it, but oh yeah. That's one sexy car. Before I go get on the road, I cannot leave without appreciating this. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, I would love to own one day. Such a clean NSX. And it's got the pop-up headlights, which are my favorite. All right, gotta go. Bye, beautiful car. And just a quick pit stop to PMR. I posted asking for a good drag shop in the area, and thanks to you guys, we were connected. And Tony, the owner of PMR, he and I have been working behind the scenes, and he's been mentoring and helping me a lot in order to help me on the right path, no pun intended, with Mimi. But what the actual, this is beautiful. So these guys are actually out in Ontario. It's not a paid plug or anything like that. I just sincerely like these guys. I'll put their phone number and information in the description below. All right, what you got for me?
All right, haven't seen this guy's kind of low, but that's it.
Any mini?
Yeah, put the padding in because it takes up a little bit of room.
Oh, f I'm small.
How is it? It's kind of roomy.
Yeah.
Really? You might want to do
like a junior, like a 5-year-old size chair.
Dragster type, or
junior dragster.
Let me see if they have a 16 or a 15 for you.
Okay. Like I got a lot of room.
I'll make it happen for you.
Thanks so much, Rocky. We'll talk soon.
All right, see ya.
All All right, so the smallest size seat that they carry in stock isn't going to fit me. So they're special ordering a junior size seat, and they're going to have that in stock and ready to go for me tomorrow. So thank you, PMR. Now off to Lewis's. And we are back with the bumper. So here's the thing about the bumper, you guys. I really wanted to find a 22B front bumper for Sunfire, but they are impossible to find. And I found one, only one. And the one I found was $1,000. And I am sorry, I spent less than the cost of the front bumper to buy the entire car. So, I mean, keeping financial responsibilities in mind, it financially doesn't make sense for me as a business in order to buy the front bumper as much as I would love to. I'm gonna do some frivolous money on other things. So I ended up getting the 2.5 RS front bumper. And if anyone has it, I am looking for the GC8 STI version 6 wing, but we're gonna be doing the 2.5 bumper. Bummed we couldn't find the 22B, but let's go see how this looks with the wide body kit. That looks so good. Hi friends. All right, I'm back with the bumper.
Right on.
Okay, wait, I'm already sneak peeking showing you guys. 1 second, let us get the front bumper on. You guys ready for the big reveal? Here we go. We have the 2.5 RS bumper. We have the 6 Overcrest Rally overfender. Well, I guess wide fenders. Technically an overfender, but we've created a whole new fender. This looks so incredible. It's wide up front. It's sturdy. She'll know how sturdy this fender is. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So I did see some comments though that people wanted me to actually mention a few things to help you for those who are doing it at home, because I did read a few comments that you guys did buy this kit. I think for us, the most challenging thing was this gas door here. What you're supposed to do is they have it designed so that you cut around the filler neck, you extend the filler neck, and that's how they want it done, but we didn't want to do that. And Lewis then repositioned this, kept it where it was, and you glued the door from the back side.
What I did was I put the door onto their bracket, and then I got my artsy craftsy side out and hot glued the door in the position that I wanted it to be. Then I flipped the fender and then I epoxied it to where that's where it was. So you get the door where you want it to be, and then you epoxy the back side, and then it'll always be in that position when closed.
I think I couldn't be happier with where this sits right now. I wish I didn't bevel as much because then you wouldn't have seen it, but it's good, we're good. This sits so flush and perfect, but we got the wide body onto Sunfire. Also, Lewis took out some of the dents in the doors. I thought we were gonna have to replace this piece. You're able to get this pretty straight. Could not be happier with how this has come out. So while I went to go pick up the bumper, Lewis also pressure washed the bay, and my God, does this look so good. It almost doesn't even need paint. You guys are always giving me shit like, you always pull engines, why don't you ever pressure wash it? And it's like, okay, maybe you guys are right, but at the same time, I just want the car to run and drive. But we are going to be painting the bay to match the color of the car. Well, I'm happy with how this came out. Are you happy with it?
I'm happy.
Hey, teamwork! Lewis did most of it. But I am learning, and this is probably not gonna be the last wide body kit that we do on the channel. So, for my first wide body kit, I feel like this was probably one of the most difficult ones to do because we made it so clean and flush and we didn't just rivet on some over fenders.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, this is the way to learn. So that way the next time if you do rivet it, it's
right?
Yeah, you can just get it done quick.
It's like the analogy of when you take someone on a date, guys. If you take a girl on a date, you just meet her. You don't start with sushi because you want to set the expectations low. We did the other way around.
Yeah, listen to her.
Start with like a Taco Bell or a Denny's. Vet them first. We start off with the hardest of them all, so now it's a walk in the park. Get some sleep. I'll see you in a couple days. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. That is the wide body on Sunfire. We are making progress. We're going fast. If you ever need body work, I cannot recommend Herbie's Performance enough. Their information is in the description below. She's looking good. She's looking really good. Alright, you guys, so I just got back in town. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I am exhausted. It has been a long day, but the wide body looks so good. Comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you guys for watching. Ecrew, we out here with love. Bye! gotten here, but once I got here, we might have cut a little bit of the harness.
You don't need headlights or engine or anything else that goes through that. You'd be
No, not at